The Federal Reserve is no more federal than Federal Express. The Fed was created in 1913 by an abominable act of Congress. With a swift stroke of the pen, President Woodrow Wilson doomed the fate of generations and enslaved the American citizens to a life of servitude to an elite group of international bankers. The Fed is in fact a private banking cartel. And I use the word cartel because that indicates that it's a criminal syndicate.
OPEC is money.
Conspired and created by some of the most prominent bankers of the day, including J.P. Morgan, Rothschild's Bank of London and Berlin, Lazard Brothers Bank of Paris, Israel Moses Safe Banks of Italy, Warburg Bank of Hamburg, Germany and Amsterdam, Kuhn Loeb Bank of New York, Lehman Brothers Bank of New York, Goldman Sachs Bank of New York, Chase Manhattan Bank of New York, of course controlled by the Rockefellers. After the passage of the Federal Reserve Act, some years later, Woodrow Wilson had an opportunity to reflect on what he had done. And this is what he said: "I am a most unhappy man. I have unwittingly ruined my country. The great industrial nation is controlled by its system of credit. Our system of credit is privately concentrated. The growth of the nation, therefore, and all our activities are in the hands of a few men. We have come to be one of the worst ruled, one of the most completely controlled and dominated governments in the civilized world. No longer a government by free opinion, no longer a government by conviction and the vote of the majority, but a government by the opinion and the duress of small groups of dominant men." Woodrow Wilson, that was him reflecting.
Never in the history of mankind has a fiat currency survived. It always stands in despair and economic collapse. What has been the free standard of living in the last 40 years? It's been the boom and bust cycles created by the unconstitutional Federal Reserve System.
Family man, I'm a business owner, and I'm an American. And I'm deeply and gravely concerned about the state of our nation. I think we've strayed dramatically from the principles of our founding fathers. I don't think we're government any longer ruled by the Constitution. I think we are now controlled by the will of a few small groups, political and financial elite. And I've had enough, like most Americans. I came out to this Tea Party today for a number of reasons. Because I've had enough, and because I feel that this country is in dire straits and the time is now to act. I'm involved with Campaign for Liberty, which is a political activism group. We've got some core principles, but in a nutshell, we believe in individual liberty, we believe in constitutional law, we believe in free markets, we believe in sound money, and we believe in a non-interventionist foreign policy.
If you think outrageous federal spending will ruin our country, you might be a radical right-wing extremist.
So next Saturday, when we rally in Philadelphia, we'll be calling for an audit of the Federal Reserve. We'll be calling for the abolition of the Federal Reserve. And we have a lineup of great guest speakers. Our keynote speaker is Michael Bednarik, who is the 2004 Libertarian candidate for president. He'll be joining us and sharing in these same views of returning to constitutional government in this great nation. And I'll put this call out to every red-blooded American man. If you haven't done everything in your power to secure freedom for your children, your grandchildren, and future generations, you're doing yourself, your family, and this country a great disservice. Support Campaign for Liberty, please. Thank you.